Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Grace Lutheran. Let's stand and sing our gathering song, shall we? Oh, I have days to lose the fight, try my best, but just don't get it right. Talk and talk that I don't walk and miss the moments right before my eyes. Somebody with a hurt that I could have helped, somebody with a hand that I could have held. When I just can't see past myself, oh, help me be a little more like mercy, a little more like grace, a little more like kindness, goodness, love and faith, a little more like patience, a little more like peace, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me. Yeah, there's no denying I have changed. I've been saved from who I used to be. But even at my best, I must confess I still need help to see the way you see. Somebody with a hurt that I could have helped, somebody with a hand that I could have held. And I just can't see past myself. Oh, help me. A little more like mercy, a little more like grace, a little more like kindness, goodness, love and faith, a little more like patience, a little more like peace, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me. Oh, to feed the beggar on the street, love to be your hands and feet, freely give what I receive, Lord, help me be. I will put you first above all else, love my neighbor as myself. If in the moments no one sees, Lord, help me be. 1, 2, 3. A little more like mercy, a little more like grace, a little more like kindness, goodness, love and patience, a little more like peace, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me. A little more like Jesus, a little less like me. A little more like Jesus, a little less like me.
Welcome to Grace. We are so glad you joined us here for worship today. We are in week 3 of a 5-week Transforming Inside and Out Generosity campaign, and we are delighted to welcome you. A special welcome to any guests and visitors who have joined us today. It is an exciting time in the life of Grace, and so we are glad you're here as we listen to God and grow in faith and service and envision how God is inviting us to transform through our building, our community, and most of all, our lives. We hope that you will be with us for the next 2 weeks and invite you. Our Commitment Sunday, our weekend is March 5th and 6th, and so we hope you'll come back then. And we invite you to pray, listen, and serve with us. I only have one main announcement. We have a special congregational meeting next week at 10 a.m., and at that meeting, we are going to be doing 2 things: voting on the proposed amendments that were presented at the January 30th annual meeting. And we also have copies of those amendments. They're about the nominating and audit committee. And then also voting on voting members to go to Synod Assembly, which is on April 30th. And speaking of needing to vote on people to go to Synod Assembly, we are looking for people to go to Synod Assembly. So if you are interested, come talk to me. And then the only other thing is family tables happening today. In the bulletin it says 12 o'clock. It's really at 12:30. Just pass the word around if you were planning on going to know that difference. Those are my announcements. Let us join together in the call to worship. Transforming God of goodness and grace. Today we hear and learn about the story of Jesus walking on water. Jesus be our guide,
our strength, our peace,
and our light. What was it like for the disciples to row their boat 3 to 4 miles into a strong wind and rough waters in the dark? Jesus be our guide, our strength, our peace, and our light. Do you feel like you are rowing your boat on a dark and stormy night? Is this how your life feels for you today, or someone you love? Jesus be our guide, our strength, our peace, and our light. The disciples were frightened when they saw Jesus walking on the water and cried out in fear. Some days we too are frightened and cry out in fear. Jesus be our guide, our strength, our peace, and our light. The disciples were willing to take Jesus into the boat with them, and they reached the other side. Jesus, we invite you into our boat. Be our guide, our strength, our peace, and our light. Amen. Let's sing.
Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God, may I be like you. Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God, may I be like you. You are the potter, I am the clay. Mold me and make me, this is what I pray. Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God, may I be like you. Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God, may I be like you. You are the potter, I am the clay. Mold me and make me, this is what I pray. Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God, may I be like you.
Please join together in the prayer for this day. God who is, who was, and always will be, you have promised to walk through water with us, guiding us through chaos and fear. Calm the storms of our lives, transforming us with your peace, presence, and power. Amen.
I invite the congregation to be seated, and for any kids who are with us to come forward at this time for a children's message, and I invite all to sing our song of blessing as the kids come up.
God give you eyes to see all that is good, all that is good. The courage for everything. May you be strong, may you be strong. May God give you ears to hear God's loving
you guys? Good. It's nice out today. Are you excited about that? I'm so excited about that. Do you have something you want to do, David? No, I'm just kidding.
Later.
So today in our lesson, we hear about the disciples going on a boat ride. Have any of you ever been on a boat? Raise your hand. You've never been on a boat, Eve? I've got to look at your family. Okay, yes, she has. Okay. And they actually are rowing the boat. Have you ever rowed a boat? No, you haven't rowed a boat? Okay, most kids haven't rowed boats, but most adults have. Who's rowed a boat out here? All right. And is it easy? No. And if you're doing it with a partner, you need communication. Anyhow, so they're rowing a boat on a really big lake when this strong wind comes up from behind. Have you ever been on a boat in a storm? Faith has. And her mom says it's way scarier than Faith thinks it was.